What's good? Epiphany Samuels here, and this is Epiphany Entertainment. Welcome back. This is where I share entertainment, celebration, and self-love. Entertainment, celebration, self-love, entertainment, celebration, and self-love. Here at Epiphany Entertainment. Um, this is a little different for some reason. Not for some reason, for a good reason. Life happens and you realize, okay, now I need to take care of myself. So this video is going to be about navigating colorism and self-love. Yes. This video is about navigating colorism and self-love. Short, quick, not that very detailed story because I still feel some type of way. I'm still processing. But last weekend I was with some performers. Yes, they performed after party at a club type of deal, and they're all light skinned, and all the other folks around them were light skinned, including most of the people in their team. And there were just a couple of things that happened as far as like kicking brown skin girls and dark skin girls out of the VIP, but keeping the lighter women inside the VIP area. There were a couple of things that happened that made me feel some type of way. When I looked at how the lighter skinned women were being treated, versus how I was being treated, and even women darker than me were being treated. So I was triggered, but I was like, let me get through this. Let me keep going. Da, 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 da. But then, like, closer to the end of the night, someone just completely skirted me for asking a simple question about how I can continue to support. And just like the way it was happening made me be like, okay, you did not just treat those light-skinned women like this. You didn't. I know you didn't. I'm a very good observer. So that is that story on that. So how I got home and I was in my feelings. I was like on Instagram like, hey, dark-skinned women, like how do you navigate being triggered by, light-skinned counterparts? And it wasn't just light-skinned men that were acting up that weekend. It was also light-skinned women. And I'm like, wow, like we can be more inclusive here. But okay, now I have to take care of myself because I am completely triggered. And first I was like, let me ignore it. Everything's fine. It wasn't fine. I felt hurt. And I'm still hurt, and I'm still navigating my feelings. But there were 3 core things that I did and that I'm still doing that's helping me process and helping me feel better in the skin that I'm in. So first, it was looking at representation of dark-skinned women. That was like the core of what I've been doing, what I'm going to keep doing. So I've watched a lot of How to Get Away with Murder. Viola Davis is queen. She's my godmother. Speaking of mothers, the mother of beauty, Jackie Aina. I watched a lot of her and a lot of her interviews talking about representation. Maria Borges, she was the first Black woman to rock her natural hair on Victoria's Secret's runway show, okay? I watched her stuff, and also, like, even though she's, like half my age, Karis Rogers is my hero. She has the young teenage girl. She has a line called Flexing in My Complexion, and it was based off of her being bullied in school for being a dark-skinned young woman. And she's a CEO, she is a model, she is a fashion designer, she is everything. So looking at these representations really helped me process, and it's still helping me process and still helping me see, okay, I matter, and like we all matter. So yes. Another core thing I did was find representation on social media too. Like hashtags such as like melanin, hashtags Black Girl Magic. On Instagram, there's a couple of pages that I looked at a good amount of time between this past weekend and now, and that was Black Travel Feed, that was Black Love Doc, Black Therapy for Black Girls, and this is the icing on the cake, Cocoa Butter underscore hair grease, Cocoa Butter hair grease. They their whole platform is about making space for folks that feel some type of way because of their skin color and their hair, or folks that, like me, get triggered from the colorist society that we are living in. They have a workbook, and I'm like, it's on my little Christmas wish list, so I'm gonna get that. And another core thing, like the third core thing that I did was like lean on my art. Woo! Yes. So I have two playlists that I leaned on the most. One was my I Am the Shit playlist. Yes, I have an I Am the Shit playlist. Whenever I feel like I need to, yes, I do. I Am the Shit playlist. And I also have a Black Girl Magic playlist. So like that has like Wale on it. That has India Irie. Like just the music that's just like, I'm beautiful. And I listen to a lot of that. I also had to pull out this bad boy. It's the 80s ladies coloring book. We see the melanin is popping. So I'm about to get my color on and make some very beautiful melanated ladies up in here. But I wrote a poem. I think this was like on Sunday. I can't remember if it was Sunday or Saturday, but like my feelings were just like so icky. I felt so disgusting, and I'm like, what are people thinking in their heads when they look at me, especially other lighter skin, yeah, other Black folks of lighter skin? Like, what are you seeing? What is making you treat me like I am less than? Like, it's one thing, it's not right, but it's one thing to get that less than thing from another race. But from your own race, it's so much more hurtful. So I wrote a poem, and I'm still very much in my feelings, so I'm not going to share it with you all today, but if you follow me on Instagram, I think I'm going to post it next week. My Instagram is Epiphany Entertainment, so follow me on Instagram so you can hear that one, because that one right there. Yeah, so I'm processing with art, and I think I'm actually going to write a song later. Because I'm still in my feelings, and it is Self-Care Tuesday. I totally forgot to say that because I'm hurt. I'm actually shaking with hurt. But I'm doing the work in self-care and self-love to keep pouring in me. So thank you all for joining me. Like, I invite you to subscribe. I invite you to tell me or I invite you to use my comment space, the whole space for you, and how you feel about colorism. Uh, Especially if you are a brown skinned girl and darker. How do you feel? How do you navigate this? Like, who do you lean on? This is a huge conversation, a conversation for another day, but these are just tools that I've been using to navigate my feelings in colorism and self-love. So I thank you all for joining me. This was Self Care Tuesdays. I am Epiphany Entertainment, and be blessed.